we are live. Welcome back. I know I've been on a little hiatus. I'm sorry for that, for the people that do watch my videos. But I want to talk about something that's been kind of semi like on my mind, or actually not even semi. Like it's been on my mind, and it is the Gina Carano situation. If you guys don't know what happened, Gina Carano, she played Cara Dune on The Mandalorian, and she posted some, and this wasn't the first time, but she's posted some pretty yikes. Like she posted something pretty fucking yikesy. Like so she shared a post where it was basically like she's trying to compare being a Republican today to being a Jew during the Holocaust. That's what I'm gonna put my on. That's what I'm gonna say about it. Or that's what she posted that eventually got her fired. But this wasn't the first time.
Stop right there, or we'll shoot you.
See, alright, see, what I want, like, people to, like, understand about this whole, like, Gina Carano situation is the fact that, like, this wasn't the first time. So for people who go, like, oh, well, this was unjust, well, I'm sure you guys probably seen YouTubers like Geeks and Gamers or The Quartering post just absolute garbage in my opinion, because they're defending this like, oh, it's no big deal, and then they'll always go on the Pedro Pascal situation that happened, I believe, back in November, which wasn't nowhere near which was nowhere near the level of Gina. But back to it. So ever since, like, I believe this summer, Gina Carano has been posting a lot of more typically more like pro conservative, blah blah blah. And here's the thing, I'm not a conservative, but at the same time, I really don't care what somebody's political opinion is. Like I really don't care. If they want to, again, it's their platform. They can post whatever they want to post. And her first wave of controversy, I was actually on her side. Like I believe it was like something like she didn't want to post like put pronouns in her Twitter bio, and I understood that. I understood that. I don't. And she was getting harassed. She was being called all sorts of just horrendous and like rude things that you shouldn't call somebody. Like it was petty, right? All right, and then I let go of that. But then she started appearing on a lot of the Fandom Menaces channel. She started posting more blatant blatant conspiracy theories. I believe like one like post she shared, it's like it showed a picture of a guy like wearing like the mask like on his mouth, and like the next one was like somebody like wearing the mask on their eyes, and the post read like they only want us to wear a mask because they don't want to show us the truth, because they don't want us to see the truth. And then the other one was like, and another one she posted was like with Mark Zuckerberg. I forgot the other two, but basically trying to be like the elites are controlling the world. And she also, during like all like the Trump crap, when he was trying to say, you know, is voter fraud and blah blah. She posted something. She didn't outright say like, "Hey, yeah, well, no, it's voter fraud." But she posted what she posted. What kind of gave you the impression like you could read it and you're like, she's not saying it, but you know what she's trying to say. She's basically trying to like one of those people that are like, stop the steal, blah 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 blah. Even though that was all crap. But I'm not gonna get into that whole thing. But honestly, and here's the thing, and my thoughts on the firing. Listen, might be controversial. And the thing is, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right now. I like Gina Carano. I like Gina Carano. I always like Gina Carano. Right? I think she's like, when you look outside of her controversy, when you look at like her past, she did have a genuinely like a decent past. She was the first like woman like MMA fighter, or in the UFC, I believe. So you can't take that away from her. She did like kind of like break ground. She did kind of do a lot of cool stuff, and she was, and her character on The Mandalorian, Cara Dune, what you could consider her to be an inspiration to young girls. She wasn't fit. Or she wasn't like the stereotypical damsel in distress. She wasn't, blah blah blah, and she didn't have like this like skinny or like petite or fit body. She was like a thick woman, and I find that like such a like inspiration to young girls, being like, yeah, you can still be a badass, but you don't need to look like what basically they were, showing you. And I always thought that was, and that is cool, right? But her doing this is blatantly stupid. And then again, you were in a once in a lifetime opportunity. You were making Star Wars. You were in one of the biggest properties in the world. Once you're in, you're fucking in. And her character was already a fan favorite at that. A lot of people loved her character. I'm talking people loved Cara Dune. There were even like rumors or saying she might even have gotten her own show. Guess what? Now that's out of the window because because she couldn't shut up. I don't care what your political opinions are, but when you are posting blatant conspiracy theories and blatant lies, right? And then it gets to a point where like, well, they can't. Oh no, they're trying to cancel me. No, they're not trying to cancel you. You've had several warnings. You should know how this is, but you kept going and you kept going. It's the echo chamber. Once you say something, you just love hearing people cheer you on, and that's what the Fandom Menace does. I saw this post on Twitter, which it capitalized like how much like why the Fandom Menace is just shitty. Why they're all fucking like maybe not all. There are a couple that I do kind of watch, but for the most part, a lot of them are just like yeah, they don't care. So a year or so when Gina Carano's character Cara Dune first appeared on The Mandalorian, I believe it was season 1, episode 4, or something like that. Or episode 3. It was one of it was between the two. I think it was episode 4, season 1. But anyway, after that, people like oh like those cringe ass thumbnails. The Mandalorian is woke. Right, and what I found funny about that too is, and then it was like how it started and how it is now, how it's going. And this year, today, like, bro, everyone's like, oh, Gina Carano, cancel culture one. This is, cancel your Disney Plus subscriptions. Hey, listen. I'm gonna say this right now. You know, Disney Plus, I think, just broke a barrier of, like, they like, the Disney Plus, like, legit, I think, like, this week, they broke their record that they were gonna get, like, in 4 years. Because, like, originally, it was, like, their goal was to get like I believe 95 million by the end of like the fourth year, right? Like 4 years. They broke through that within a year. So all these like conservative fucking dumb fucks that go, "Oh, cancel your Disney Plus subscription." Blah blah blah. No. Gina Carano, like, oh yeah, for the person who's watching this, yeah, I'm ranting about the Gina Carano situation if you don't know, but anyway. Um Fuck, now I lost track. Oh yeah, Gina Carano posted trying to compare being a Jew during the Holocaust to being a Republican today. I'm gonna say this. Gina Carano is an idiot for posting that. And this wasn't her first offense. And I like how the fandom menace always does go, well, look at what Pedro Pascal did. If you don't know, Pedro Pascal, back in November, I believe. Yeah, November. It was after like Biden won, and basically it was like this post where it showed the Confederate flag and it said losers in 1865, and and the next one was the Nazi flag and it was like losers in the 1940s, and then the last one was like losers in 2020, and it was like the Make America Great Again hat. Again, I didn't fully agree with what he was saying. And again, once he got backlash for it, he did the right thing and deleted it. But they bitched about it, being like, "Oh well," and Pedro Pascal's not even a good actor. He's blah 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 blah, saying X Y X Y and Z about it, and they always like to compare. Well, why is he getting fired? Because Pedro Pascal posted that one thing, and he hasn't really posted anything like that since. As from what I gather, because I do follow him on his Twitter and Instagram, he hasn't really posted anything like that since. Okay, okay, and people were like, "Well, why isn't he?" Okay, well, and then he did the right thing and deleted it as the moment he started getting backlash for it. Gina Carano didn't know when to shut up. She kept posting and posting and posting and posting. She kept poking and prodding the bear, and guess what? The bear finally attacked and bit her in the ass. Like, it's not. like people need to stop acting like she's well she's innocent. She didn't do nothing wrong. Freedom of speech. You know what freedom of speech also means? Guess what? That means you can also get consequences for whatever you say. It's not like freedom of guess what? If you say, for example, you say something racist, right? Okay, guess what? Yeah, in freedom of speech, yeah, technically you could possibly say that, but here's the thing. Doesn't mean you won't get consequences for saying that. Doesn't mean you're free from consequences. Yeah. That's why you gotta watch what you say. And you post blatantly just wrong shit. Don't again, I'm gonna say this. I don't care whether you're on the left or you're on the right. Don't make Nazi comparisons if there aren't any Nazi comparisons. Because you're taking something that happened that affected people. Again, you being a Republican has nothing to. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna say this right now. You being a Republican has nothing, is nowhere comparable to being a Jew during the Holocaust, where millions of people, men, women, and children, innocent men, women, and children, were slaughtered for just being different. That is not comparable. So when they said, so guess what? No, Gina Carano deserved to get fired. This was the last straw. Did you notice too how Disney was like trying to hold it back, hold it back. Every time she posted something controversial, they didn't say shit. They closed their mouths. They didn't say anything. They didn't say anything. They just closed their mouth like, nope, not listening, blah blah blah. And also, oh my god, yeah, well, guess what? This was one too many, bro. This was one too many. It's insane. Another thing I like to find funny too. Again, I don't know if you guys know about the whole Amber Heard situation with Johnny Depp. I'm not gonna get into it, but basically I'll give a brief history. So for a while, a lot of people thought that Johnny Depp was abusing his ex-wife Amber Heard. Turns out that no, she was the primary abuser in the relationship, and now because of her, Johnny Depp lost a lot of his jobs. He lost, a lot of shit, and he's basically kind of been blacklisted from Hollywood. Meanwhile, she's gonna be in Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max and in Aquaman 2. She still gets to have a career. That's what pisses me off. And she faked being a victim. She faked being a victim of domestic violence, which I already have a problem with. Like you don't fucking tell people you're a victim when really you were the abuser. She straight up like said like um no one will believe you, blah blah blah, on tape too. Yeah, it was fucking wild. Anyway, people trying to be like, I find it funny how Gina Carano gets fired from The Mandalorian. I find it funny that Disney did that, but Warner Brothers still has Amber Heard hired. And I'm like, here's the thing, Warner Brothers and Disney are private companies. If you don't know what that means, basically, it means they're not. It means they're not public. Guess what? They can basically fire you for whatever reason. For instance, say if YouTube is considered a private company, yeah, Twitter is considered a private company. If they find something that they don't like, if they find something that they don't like, they can take it off as long as it's not discriminatory. As long as they're not doing it because of like your race, your gender, your sex. Or I mean that is gender. You know what I mean? They're not discrimin. As long as it's not discriminatory, yeah, and guess what? Guess what? And Disney, who prides themselves on being a family-friendly brand, obviously is gonna be like, all right, this is the last straw. She's out, right? And Warner Brothers, yeah, I don't agree. I think Warner Brothers should fire Amber Heard, right? I think they should. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. Warner Brothers is also a private company, and how they choose to run their business is up to them. I think they're doing a bad job at it, but it's still up to them. Don't try to compare what Disney is doing to what Warner Brothers is doing, because they're both different private companies. Okay? That's my problem. That's my problem. They're two different private companies, and they can handle fucking controversy or drama any way they want to. If they find that somebody is being problematic, they can be like, alright, well, you're out. Especially someone like Gina Carano, who's had so many chances. No. Gina Carano deserved what let's be real, what was coming to her. And I find all these simps on the fandom menace being like, "Oh, poor Gina, but I'm not watching Disney Plus. I'm not watching season 3 of The Mandalorian." Re, re. They're literally reeing. They're reeing Again, I find it funny how how they're the same fucking again how they're the same people who always fucking like say, "Oh, look at these whiny SJWs." It's like, yeah, but you guys are no better. You guys are just as whiny as the people you complain about. Sorry to be blunt, sorry to be real, but I have to be real. I have to keep it real, you know. Just be real. And also, I also find it funny how they're the same people who like bitch and moan anytime like an actor says something political. Again, I don't not a huge fan of when actors say something political, but I also recognize like, hey, they're Americans like me. They can say what they can. Right, they're if there's anything we have in common, like they're Americans just like me, and they basically virtually have the same rights as me. So basically, they can say whatever they want, right? Even if it's something that even if I'm like, oh, that's a little weird, or blah blah blah. Guess what? They have the right to say it. But these are the first people to bitch about it. Like when Pedro Pascal posted that, they were whining and bitching, but Gina Carano posted, they're like, "Yeah, you go, girl, you show 'em." And what I find funny about that is, it's like, so it's all right for somebody to be expressing their political opinions as long as they agree with you, right? It's a problematic and it's annoying and like they'll be like, oh, celebrities need to shut up with their opinions, blah 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 blah. But as long as one of them agrees with them, they'll defend them to right to the fucking very end. And now Gina Carano's making a movie with fucking Ben Shapiro, dog. That's not even a step, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. That's not even a step up. That's a step down. That's a step down. For the Daily Wire, are you like actually shitting me? And then Geeks and Gamers being like, "Oh, Gina Carano is Hollywood's worst nightmare." No, she isn't. No, she isn't. No, she isn't. She made a noob. She's making mistakes left and fucking right. In my opinion, I like, dog, the Daily. You go from Star Wars, one of the biggest properties in the world, to we're making a movie with Ben Shapiro. Like Ben Shapiro, hate Ben Shapiro. That's a step. That's a downgrade. Come on, you can't. That's not even. Dog, that's a step down. That's bro. Wait, what is that? You make a movie, bro. You're making, and not only that too. The Mandalorian's a hit show too. So not only are you in the big one of the biggest properties in the world, you're also on its like hit TV show. It just sucks because you wasted an opportunity that I guarantee you, so many actors that are like so way better than Gina Carano. I'm not saying Gina Carano's a shit actor. I'm being real. Like when you think about it, there are actors out there that would kill for a chance to be in something like Star Wars. I want to be in Star Wars. There's so many people who have that opportunity, who just want that opportunity to be in Star Wars. Even if you're a stormtrooper and you're just wearing a helmet and they don't even see your face, people want to be in Star Wars. So like that's like a big life. That's a big goal for a lot of people, and you take that, throw it away. Oh yeah, whatever. Well, now you just threw that away. You threw away that golden opportunity. Again, once you're in Star Wars, guess what? You could have been in Star Wars for the next 10 or 12 years. Your character would have been well known. You could possibly even appeared in movies. But no, because you wanted to whine and complain and post blatantly wrong conspiracy theories and just didn't shut the. But basically, let's be real. Let's be real. The whole Gina Carano situation would have happened if she just shut up. If she just shut up. That's the problem with echo chambers. The moment you get somebody like validating your opinion, right? The moment you get somebody like doing that, yeah, that's the problem with social media. That's the problem with social media. You post something and you just love seeing all these people agree with you. And guess what? She just kept cranking out. She kept cranking out. It's like, Gina, stop. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous. Um, that's it's just sad. It is. Oh yeah, and sorry that I have been kind of absent for a while. I know I've been absent for like 2, 3 months. I'm sorry about that. I probably won't be continuing the Miles Morales gameplay. Nothing wrong. Hopefully, I can't. I'm not get it started. So hopefully, yeah. It's gonna be called The Lot. We haven't posted anything yet. My friend Dom is Dominic. He also has a YouTube channel. I think Dumb Dominic, something like that. Um, yeah. I highly suggest you guys watch it. And I have to say, thank you for tuning in to this week's episode, or this episode, my first time doing more commentary. I hope to see more in the future. Thank you.